Hi, Abraham. Thank you so much. And this is the highlight of my week. I look forward to this so much, and I'm so thankful. Thank you. Um, I tried that process you had suggested to Esther of writing down 10 things that you enjoy and then rating those things from 1 to 10. If I understood it correctly, I think that's sort of how it went. And it was so interesting to me because the things that were tens for me were things I tend to do by myself, like participate in the seminar, even though we're all in it together, still by myself when I'm participating, and like listening to my headphones or daydreaming or weightlifting. But I consider myself an uplifter and a teacher, so I'm wondering what's next to make that a 10 to.
Well, we really like it that through this process you have become aware that it's easier for you to feel good when your activity does not involve other people. And it's logical, isn't it? Because there would be less bumping up against differing ideas or different expectations or different desires even. It's interesting when you acknowledge, and we acknowledge it too, that you are a teacher to the very core of your being. And then we remind you that one of the things that we say more often than almost anything else is that you teach through the clarity of your example. That words really do not offer so much teaching as your example. And so, as you are doing lots of those tens that are easy for you to feel good about, feel 10 about. So you're tuned in, tapped in, turned on as you're moving through your world. That really is the most that you have to offer to anyone. We're going to throw something in here that is worth thinking about, but not struggling over, worth thinking about. Other people cannot really be trusted to stand in a place where your observation of them makes you feel good. Now, it was never their job. And so the fact that they can't be trusted to do something that was never their job should not be a great inconvenience to any of you. But most humans do more calibrating to other people than you do to your own inner being. And other people, 100% of the time, will eventually, usually sooner than later, let you down. And so we think of a lot of we think that there are many points of awareness that have come to you through this exercise. One, it's not a good idea to use other people as your calibrating points because they're fickle and they're all over the emotional scale. And next, you can count on feeling good when you get good at calibrating to your inner being. And next, since you teach through the clarity of your example, then what could be a more effective pattern of teaching than to be predominantly feeling good? And when someone wants to know your secret, why do you feel so high and happy to me all the time? How is it that you thrive? How is it that you seem steady? When someone is asking those questions, then you can answer. Then you can say, well, I've decided a long time ago that happiness is an inside job, and I've learned to focus upon things that keep me feeling good. And then they might ask a deeper question. Well, what about when bad things happen to people? Or what about? And then you can say, since it's now a question that's being asked, I know I had those questions in the beginning too. Didn't seem right to just ignore things because they didn't feel good. But I discovered a pattern in my own life experience, you can tell them. I discovered effectiveness in alignment with thoughts that feel good. I discovered a power of influence. I discovered, as our friend wanted to know, that I have a much better chance of helping the world feel better to more people if I feel better. It's like shocking to realize that good is good, that feeling good is good, and that I can't sacrifice or struggle and help someone else thrive. I figured it out. I can't get poor enough to help poor people become prosperous. And I can't not become confused enough to help confused people become clear-minded. In my struggle, I do not uplift. And so, my quest is to uplift. Therefore, my quest is to align with what is uplifting. Therefore, my quest is to align with what feels good. Therefore, my quest is to choose joy over hate, love over hate, clarity over confusion. I just started paying attention to how things feel, and I trained myself into the feelings that feel best. And I gotta say, friend, asking this question, thank you for noticing. I am living happily ever after. I think I've cracked the code. Let's see another.